Is There More is the podcast where creators share how their darkest moments became the breakthroughs that changed everything. We're building a space for raw stories, deep connection, and real hope for everyone who's still writing their story. Brought to you by Dialogue Life Skills, the world's scalable solution to the teen and young adult mental health crisis. I'm your host, 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗿𝗲, and I'm listening.
Over the past several months, we've been connecting with Annie. I was excited to introduce her to 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗿𝗲 at Hollywood in Mind and Jackson J. Huffman, who's here with us today. Annie, you came to Nashville for the Hollywood in Mind event, but Jackson has talked to Kathy since then, and he has heard some news that he wants to share with us.
Yeah, so Annie, when you ran the surveys, I think it made your community aware of you becoming an ambassador, a mental health ambassador for Hollywood in Mind. Mm-hmm. And something beautiful started to happen where your community started to drop in Hollywood in Mind's DMs.
Oh, okay.
And thank the organization for supporting you, giving you a place to lead and pour into them something special. So I just wanted you to know that it's not that common that we get that from the community so fast. So I think the reaction you had to running the survey encouraged them to basically go from your platform to the Hollywood Mind platform and make their presence and approval known.
Yeah.
I can only imagine if they didn't approve.
That's awesome.
Isn't that
I
cool?
had no idea. Yeah. I mean, I've made it known for a while on my Instagram now that I've been trying to make waves with mental health in some way, and they've been kind of on the ride with me for a minute. So I think, I'm glad that they're excited, which means that we'll have some people signing up for sure for the course and learning about how to have better dialogue life skills themselves, and that's really awesome. I'm so excited.
Again, Kathy, her story of landing here as a founder of Hollywood in Mind was about as organic as it gets. And, for 30 years, she's been interviewing celebrities and leaders in the entertainment industry for Billboard and for Forbes. And it was off the record when she would get the real insight into what they're going through. So that was her origin of wanting to create Hollywood in Mind. It was those off-the-record conversations that she was like, wait a minute, something's going on here.
Yeah.
And now Hollywood in Mind is a safe place for, our industry to go be vulnerable and get the support and to be empowered to take the work out into the world.
Yeah.
So thank you. Thanks to your community. Thanks to Annie's community.
Yeah, thank you guys. And I'm really excited for you guys to go and sign up for this course because you guys will really get to learn some skills. And I've been trying to find a way to have mental health more accessible. That was like my main goal, was like having mental health tools and access to getting better mental health help is what my main goal was, and now I'm getting that. Like, you guys now have access to something that can help you in your day-to-day life practically, and this is kind of the first step with Hollywood in Mind, and we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, for sure. And so there are a few ways that someone in your community can learn to dialogue. I'm going to give you a summary of them, okay? Summary of all the ways this can happen. So one is in your own homes. You learn the skills and you practice with your family and friends and people you work with. Mm-hmm. Another is online. Every week we are making dialogue life skills training available for free online to anyone who wants to join. There's no cost to learning how to have better relationships and improve mental health around us. Mm-hmm. We're really proud of that. I fought for that, by the way. Yeah. A lot of people encouraged me not to charge people. I was like, I'm not charging people for doing this. Yeah. So that was one. And the other way is that we have our events. that you came to, Hollywood in Mind, on stage, and how we present in person. The podcast is part of the media network, and you're doing that. So people can watch and learn there.
And they can comment their own stories.
That's right.
They can comment
submit their own
journeys.
Stories, what they want to.
We can eventually maybe like interview one of your followers together or something. That would be really cool.
They can jump in.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So these ways are just really designed to make learning the life skill accessible. And then finally, we're really proud of, we're going to launch 𝗧𝗵𝗲, RITC. Stands for Relationship Intelligence Technology Company. And 𝗧𝗵𝗲 is our app, where you can download the app and learn the dialogue on your own with the app and with people in your life. So that'll be coming in 2026 as well. So
Nice.
I'm like, we have so much to show you, like between the app and all the different voices it can do, and the show we've been working on. We've edited like some of the stuff from the Hollywood in Mind tour into like a show intro, which is really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, but we left off, I think last time, like you were talking about a lot about like your relationship and how your life has like been just better now than ever, and how you're kind of like, you have so many things in place for your mental health and stuff. Have you noticed like anything? I mean, I know I said earlier, like I have better mental health because now I'm in this community of people who are working towards that same goal too. Have you noticed anything like since connecting with Hollywood in Mind and stuff that's been like made you more happy and things like that?
I mean, I would say the biggest difference now after meeting you guys and knowing what you guys do is just I have just more peace of mind, like with where my goal, like my baby in my goal was to really help people and to kind of be a little bit of a teacher to people that were going through something that maybe was a little bit similar to me, and not necessarily similar, exact similar circumstance, but maybe just something challenging in the same way that really like kind of took you to rock bottom like I did, And I think that those big pivotal moments in life where your life is really shook up and you're feeling really low or you're hitting a rock bottom, these things are needed. And I think that there's just so limited resources out there unless you're at a crisis and you're getting help through insurance, and it's like, you're going to rehab or doing something that's taking you out of work, and it's a whole thing. I think mental health and bettering mental health needs to become more of a practice and something that's used in an everyday life and not something that's a getaway. I need to go on a mental health getaway and get back to, my right mind, and then go back to my real life and screw it all up again. And then in 3 months, I need another vacation. And you know what I mean? It's like a constant thing. So to know that you guys have a way of teaching dialogue, life skills in a way to have better communication in person and online, I think is really important. At first, I was really against the online thing in total, just because I'm so much about in-person relationships and communication. But at the end of the day, our lives are always going to have some form of communication online going forward. And it's good to teach people that side of communication too, because it is someone on the other end, usually, I guess. Yeah. And it still hurts people and affects people, and it's still a big part of communication that we have daily. So, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Let me see if I got that. So you appreciate like being brought into Hollywood in Mind because your whole goal and your whole mission was to be able to give people better mental health resources, and you think it's so important for people to be able to have a practice in their everyday lives rather than go away on a vacation to have better mental health and then come back and have to like deal with real life. And they should be creating a life where they can sustainably deal with their mental health and not feel like they need to escape or have a retreat or something. And you think that people learning dialogue life skills and, you know, being involved in a community like this, whether it's online or in person, is a good thing. Mm-hmm. Did I get that?
Yes, you got that.
Is there more?
Yes. I think I'm also very, again, at peace with knowing that like my mission is like is being fulfilled without just me, and like with a group of people that are also wanting the same thing. I feel a lot more in community, which is healing. I feel more not alone. I don't feel as alone. I was feeling very alone in trying to make this happen and realizing that like I have no business or any sort of skill other than like my personality and my acting skills. And I'm like, wow, there's a lot of stuff here that I don't know how to do. And I'm so glad that you guys do know how to do all that stuff, all the business side of things. And it really does take a village to make, you know, something happen and something beautiful. So yeah, I'm at peace knowing that my mission that I was feeling kind of like responsible for in a way is being taken care of with a large group of people that also believe the same thing. So I feel
that's
in
amazing.
community.
That is so cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Like,
That is amazing.
how cool. Yeah. To feel at peace because like you've been trying, and doing so much too.
Yeah.
But it's cool that you can just like, when you talk about like, I have my personality and acting and all that, it's like funny because that's the other part of the like creator curriculum that he teaches, like going into creator houses in LA like 4 years ago. I was like the same way. I was like, I don't know what is a spreadsheet? What is a Google Doc? Like I didn't know anything. And I didn't know about business at all, like even a little bit. And so I can imagine like, I was not trying to start my own business back then, but I can imagine like trying to start your own thing would be like, wait, I didn't know any of this was part of it. And I think it's cool because what you do is like, you taught me how to dialogue, and you teach other creators how to dialogue because like his philosophy is it's the foundation of everything is good mental health, good relationships, and relationship building bleeds into like business relationships too. Because if you don't know how to like maintain a relationship with even a client or maybe like an investor prospect or something, like you can't grow your business. And so that's just the foundation of the curriculum. And then like some people, once they learn to dialogue, if they go through the whole thing and they're like, okay, that was cool, like I'm feeling better now about my life, he calls it connect and create. And he starts to teach, he starts to pair us up with like, for example, Texas Tea. Okay, come work on this campaign. And like Rashawn, for example, is like, he's been in charge of like shooting a different podcast that we've been doing with Texas Tea. And he's kind of developing more of his camera skills doing that. And he sent us an internship form the other day because he's still in college. And there's just creators around who are still in college, but learning while earning through these campaigns. Yeah. And so you want to tell her like more about the pillars of the curriculum too?
Sure, mate.
Texas Tea is proud to sponsor the Hollywood in Mind tour alongside NAMI, the nation's largest grassroots mental health organization. With star flavors like peach tea, cantaloupe tea, and blueberry green tea, plus Texas squeezed juices and our small batch Texas-made lemonades, you can build your own case and taste what real Texas feels like. Every bottle is made with natural ingredients, Texas-grown produce, organic tea leaves, no preservatives, and Texas water. Visit TexasTea.com to buy the best glass bottle premium tea on the market. Real Texas, real tea. Drink Texas Tea.
Give me a tea for Texas. Give me a tea for Tennessee.
There's just creators around who are still in college, but learning while earning through these campaigns. Yeah. And so you want to tell her like more about the pillars of the curriculum too?
Sure, mate. But first I want to just kind of acknowledge, how special that is to have you find your home for your purpose in life. You know, you're such a talented actress, and you have such a big heart. Meeting you the first time, it was really obvious that you definitely just needed a place for all that stuff to come to life. And I was so happy that we found each other. Meg brought you in. It was almost instantly, I was like, oh, she's the one. She's the one I'm just will be looking for. But yeah, I want to acknowledge that that's precious, and we get to do the work. You know, this is not a game. This is like serious stuff. And it's why we're here. So thank you, Annie.
Yeah. Yay,
Thank you so much. But yes, Megan's talking about the creator curriculum. And, you know, I didn't set out to do all of this stuff at one time. Over the years of going from being on stage and touring the world and seeing people that I really care about struggle with all kinds of relationships that ended up affecting their mental health, that ended up affecting their choices in life. I just really wanted to create a healthier ecosystem of support for the creative young person. So that's a little engine that burns inside of me. And by having that desire, like you did, the purpose is, we know what our purpose is now. We're like, oh, once you know that, you're just like, I got to make that happen. I started to just chip away at one step at a time and say, okay, nothing can really be addressed without addressing the relationship, the relationships piece. Like, if we are good at having better relationships, it opens up the world of opportunity to us, personally, professionally. So the creator curriculum is learn to dialogue. You know, then you go from learn to dialogue to connecting and creating projects, campaigns, and even companies in the same environment of dialogical people that just have more ability to make it through the journey of creating something and promoting something. And, you know, that trek is serious. The Hollywood in Mind on location tour, the pilot was Nashville. Thank you for showing up there. I can tell you, when we set out to do that 90 days prior to the day that you showed up on October 22nd, 2025, we didn't know 90% of those people in that room. So we had to go there, meet them, and listen to them. Well, guess what, Annie? By being dialogical, those people felt heard. They felt like, oh, these people want to know about our community, the needs that we have, the challenges that we go through that are unique to our city, our music industry culture. So being dialogical has these awesome, intangible effects. And then boom, we realize by being that way, going and listening and connecting, we could create something, which is the event on the 22nd, which was sold out. And supported by everyone, to CEO of the CMA, to head of A&R for BMG, to Warner Brothers, to this, to that, Google. And next thing you know, they're in support of the work that we're doing. So
yeah, but it was crazy, Annie, too, because like at the beginning of the 90 days, Nashville was like, Hollywood? Like, we don't like Hollywood. They were not down for anything Hollywood related.
Yeah, they
I
have
feel
this.
like most people don't like Hollywood. Even people in Hollywood don't like Hollywood.
You know, and I appreciate both of you mentioning that, because I think our industry has gotten a bad rap for a long time. Not all of us are out to, you know, be unhealthy in the way we treat creative young people. But that's what gets put in the press, and that's what you end up seeing. And that for decades, that's been the end result. Oh, they made it famous, but then they ended up like this, right? So what I love about the culture of telling stories and that help other people, right?
Yeah.
The whole art of storytelling is that it is truly life. you know,
Yeah.
no matter what you believe in, ultimately it's some great story that's inspiring you to be a better person, or inspiring you to not give up on your dreams, or inspiring you to like help other people do what they
Or just relating to you
Or just
to help
relating
you
to you.
feel less alone.
Yeah.
I think that that's still something that I
That's right.
really like. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think for those of us with Kathy, me, Meg, we truly like playing a part in a positive, like, opportunity to be able to have cameras show up and do something great and tell a great story and motivate people to be all that they could be, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just think it's really great that we're doing that part.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nashville was very apprehensive. They said Hollywood comes here all the time and they do their little thing and then they roll up the circus and leave town. And I said, okay, guess what? We're here 90 days prior to just listen. And what you guys tell us, we're going to put on the stage. And what goes on that stage, we're going to stay another 90 days to make sure it gets ingrained in your community. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be back the next year to do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And now we have their support.
Yeah.
And they have ours.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And now you're on the board.
Well, yes. We didn't know that we were going to end up finding out that there is a Center for Mental Health and Entertainment being built. Did you catch that?
In Nashville?
Yes. So did you see us give the guitar away on the stage? There was a guitar
I think
moment.
you went to lunch.
You may have left.
I think you went to lunch. Yeah, it was
Okay.
during lunchtime.
So we discovered basically right people, right place, doing the right thing with the right people. That 90-day period, we went to Belmont University and we were told that we're glad you guys showed up. We need your help with something. And we're like, what's that? They said, we're launching the Center for Mental Health and Entertainment on Music Row. It's a part of a $700 million raise with $300 million into raising it. And it's going to be on Music Row.
Wow.
And they invited us to co-design it to a co-design session.
Wow.
And then we, in turn, when we found out about this, because I had said to Kathy, as we started to take Hollywood Mile on the road, I said, why don't we create a Hometown Mental Health Heroes Award? So we'd already had that in our mind. And ultimately, 2 days before, I called Kathy up and I go, okay, it's October 20th. I think I know who should be the Hometown Mental Health Hero. She goes, who? And I go, Belmont Center for Mental Health and Entertainment. And she was like, it's a great idea, Jackson, let's go. So she said, call Phil. I called Phil. I told Phil. He told Brittany. And they called me back and they go, Brittany was so excited about it. So boom. So yes, a moment in October 22nd was having them accept that award from us. We think you guys are the Hometown Mental Health Heroes. You are building a Center for Mental Health and Entertainment. And yeah, they asked me to sit on the board to help co-design it.
That's awesome.
Because of our work we're doing.
I'm going to show you the photo.
When is that going to be built and done? Like,
I think that it's going live now. I need to find out more, Annie, but they CMA just announced. The CMA just announced that the woman that's leading it, Debbie Carroll, she was at Music Cares and then she was at On-Site. She's the perfect person to lead an initiative like this. That the CMA gave $3 million to make it a lifetime appointment. So the budget for that role is covered.
Yeah.
And I think this is really cool that they're at the stage where it's all about designing the experience.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
location.
when you think of a mental health center, what is their idea of a mental health center?
I can show you some of the materials. I brought it in my bag if you want to see it. It's actually fascinating.
It's like a whole different building.
Like, do they would they hold stuff like dialogue, life skills, classes and stuff there?
Classes for dialogue.
Like a place for, like what I was saying with the Turtle Club, for resources and people can go in and do peer support groups and stuff. I think those are one of the most important things too, is just
I was going to ask
peer
you.
support.
Yeah, like out of all the things you've done for your own like mental health, what is the one thing that like you're like, this worked?
Is it rolling?
I don't know. Are we still rolling, you guys?
Yeah. The biggest thing that's helped me in my journey, I would say, meditation. Meditation. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of things. I would say definitely community is really important. Being surrounded by people that are also either going towards the direction that you're wanting to go, or just not doing anything that you were doing before. Like if you're trying to change, you just can't. You have to change the environment and to change your situation. Usually, changing your environment is a big deal to change. Really change. You can't really change unless you change, again, like your relationships or your environment, things that are just kind of in your day-to-day life that you may not necessarily think of as being affecting you in any way. Everything affects you. So I think that that's why this is so important too, as we talk about relationships and that being the most important kind of building block in your mental health and in your life. And I've never seen it that way, like with that being first, but it is very accurate. I mean, every relationship, that is the thing that has to change first, is relationships when you want to make a big change in your life. Yeah, and maintaining healthy relationships. Again, like I said in the last podcast, I still feel like it's very hard to live your life happily in the direction that it wants to be going when there's a negative voice around you that's kind of tearing you down or making you second guess your initial intuition.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay.
So Annie, this is a big soundbite. This is a big one.
Okay.
For the first time in history, how to be in a healthy relationship can be taught.
Yeah. Awesome.
And that's what's exciting. And can you think about, like, I remember when I was really got the opportunity to peel back Dr. Helen Kelly Hunt and Dr. Harvard Hendricks' work. And I went to them and I said, guys, like, it's about relationships, not just couples in crisis. So the faster we teach people how to have better relationships and to deal with all that you teach about relationships, the faster they're going to be able to have better mental health. And it ended up working, Annie, because it was all about just getting that upstream into people's lives sooner in life and seeing the results of that. So yes, for the first time in history, how to be in a healthy relationship can be taught. Learn the dialogue.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So this is awesome. So this was the hope. I gave Megan a little piece to read. I'll give you a little piece to read, Annie.
Oh, we're reading now. Okay.
Yeah, I just think it's cool because this is where Annie's going. She's going with us to this thing.
I mean, yeah, this is really awesome. A mental health center anywhere.
People
It's
in
another.
entertainment?
Yeah, this is a new any place that people can come and get more access to some fun classes. I mean, I had so much fun when I was in rehab or the outpatient or whatever, because we were just doing a bunch of groups all day with peers that were going through the same thing as you, and we're all kind of talking about our struggles together, or there's different classes on different things. Sometimes it's we all go around and just kind of share what's on our minds, or maybe it's about I don't know, emotional intelligence kind of class, or
relationship intelligence.
Relationship intelligence.
That's right.
And it's just all these things that I realized we should have been learning in school.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
why are we learning this in rehab, where this is like only a few people get to go here if you're like really that bad? And luckily I was, but
Exactly.
sadly
crazy.
and luckily I was, because it saved my life. And everything I learned there is so just life-changingly helpful. And so any center that has this, I think, is amazing. This is a place of resources And with us coming in and Hollywood in Mind and you and being able to kind of have your input with what's going on now, you know, you guys are obviously seeing what's going on more now with the new generation. You guys have been working with that too, so you guys can see more what's needed.
And what's needed is
classes.
But we're adding to, you know, therapy and medication and rehab is what we call prehab.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We need some prehab in our life, baby.
That's what the Turtle Club, my original idea for the Turtle Club was going to be, something that prevents people from getting to rock bottom, because why don't we do that?
Exactly.
We do all the work after we hit rock bottom and all this stuff, but it's like we don't do anything to prepare you.
That's
Actually,
we've changed that.
Well, that's so interesting because when we were at this, 𝗬𝗲 invited us to, what was it called? When we were sitting at the tables, like with everything.
It was co-designing the Center for Mental Health and
Yeah,
Entertainment.
so I was there too. I don't know why I was invited, but I was there too, co-designing the center, and they had us do like brainstorming ideas of, okay, what's the problem? Why is it a problem? What can we do to fix it? And one of my questions for my table was like, because I usually ask people this question, do you think everybody has to hit rock bottom in order to get better? Yeah. And they're like, yeah, like most of the time. And I was like, well, how do we prevent that? And one guy who's like a scientist kind of guy was like, you got to raise the bar. Like when you see somebody like going towards rock bottom, you got to raise up what the rock bottom would like is for them, so that they only hit here instead of keep going. Yeah. And I was like, so that's where I guess the prehab is kind of similar to like a prehab idea.
Well,
it's like you see something.
I'm going to read what this was the Hope Summit Workshop Series, and literally 4 days before Hollywood Mind on location, Nashville, Tennessee, was this workshop that we got invited to, and this a welcome from Greg Jones, 𝗬𝗲's president, was in front of here. But this little section really is important. So mental health and entertainment. The entertainment industry is facing a growing mental health crisis. For creatives and professionals alike, the job comes with intense lifestyle pressures and emotional demands that are rarely understood or supported. Despite existing organizations, major gaps remain. Limited research, confusion around resources, few counselors trained in industry-specific needs, and minimal collaboration. These gaps leave many without the care they need to thrive. In this workshop, we will co-design solutions across the pillars of research, education, and community, ensuring both today's professionals and tomorrow's industry leaders are able to thrive and live joyfully alive. Okay, I had to joyfully alive. But
Nice.
So you know what I'm saying? So I'd like to thank my buddies, Brittany Schaefer, Dean of the Mike Kerr College of Entertainment and Music Business, and Cheryl Pinto, Dean of the College of Pharmacy and Health Services, for inviting Hollywood in Mind, 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗿𝗲, Megan A. Tully, and 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗿𝗲, and little old Jackson to come and learn how to co-design the Center for Mental Health and Entertainment. Now you're going to have a voice in this environment, and the work that we do is going to be present in this environment. And if you'd have told me years ago that we would decide to go into Nashville and listen, that somebody would look at us and say, glad you're here, because we're designing the Center for Mental Health and Entertainment, and you guys are a perfect fit.
Okay. The craziest part is, though, Dr. Cheryl Pinto, what's her title?
Oh, her title is Dean, College of Pharmacy and Health Services.
Oh, the dean of the, okay. Yeah. So they go to lunch the next day after Hollywood in Mind. Yeah. And Dr. Cheryl Pinto goes, I've been looking for somebody who's in the entertainment space to be on the science side. You're the guy.
I was like, what?
And I was like, that's perfect, because he's like a little entertainment scientist, like, running experiments on us and our mental health.
I'm definitely a scientist about this work. I just feel like I'm super curious, and I'm trying to solve the problem deeply. And
he like studies.
Figure out stuff to scale.
I love that.
Looking at the history of the problem, the present, having vision for the future of the problem.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to go hang out with a bunch of science folks.
Right, and the first thing I said
As
is
long as
like,
they want to dance, we got to dance sometime. We got to have fun, though. Okay?
Oh, hey, dancing. I want to say that, let me just go off a rant of things that have helped me or something.
yeah. Dancing is great.
Dancing is amazing. Like, just, I think it's movement and dancing. It doesn't even necessarily have to be like a certain kind of dance. When I say dancing, I mean just kind of closing your eyes and moving to the music in like whatever way your body feels like. And like the more that you do that and get comfortable with that, it may feel weird at the beginning, but then you realize that like if you start doing it, you're moving more to the music, and you're realizing that your body is actually moving before you think of it, and you're following your instincts of your body, if that makes sense. Like you get more in tune with your body, and your body is the one kind of like leading the dance, if that makes sense.
Amazing.
And so I feel like you get more out of your head and into your body is the goal. And yeah, so I loved it. Dancing is something I do like once a week at least. I go to. It's called ecstatic dance.
I thought you might do that.
It was like it's just
I went
dancing however
once.
you want to.
I went once on the beach in no,
Bali?
not in Bali, unfortunately. Not with what's his name. But I went once in like Hermosa or something like that with the headphones on the beach. And I was like, I can really see like why people really like this.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
that's great that
Yeah.
you do that. And
Yeah,
I
and-
understand the body knowledge, you know, like, because your body knows.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Anything on jump out at you guys on those sheets there?
Let me study it.
Because I think that it's really good that we just kind of like acknowledge the vision we have of where
I
our
just
work
think it's-
can land.
Yeah, it's insane, like, how big of an entertainment community
I mean, I'm
Nashville
assuming that they're
has.
planning on this being kind of accessible to everyone. This won't be like you have to have insurance to come, or you have to have like.
That's a good
I wonder
point.
what
you
that
know?
would be like.
Yeah, it's going to be very it's going to be open to the masses, open to the industry and out to the culture.
Yeah.
The things that are discovered here will be out in culture. And I think obviously, certain things, hiring a therapist is obviously something that anyone has to do. And if you have insurance to do it, that's great. But I think this is about prevention. This is about doing the things that are going to make a healthier industry. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, I guess it doesn't really matter for insurance as long as it's, affordable somehow to get there.
That's right.
And accessible and fun and, not a drag. And it's something that people look forward to, which I think will happen. I think people may not understand that maybe going to the mental health center for learning.
The Center for Mental Health and Entertainment.
That it might be kind of boring or something, but I think that people will be very shocked to know that anything with mental health leaves you feeling a lot like just you have more friends, you feel more connected, and I think a lot of people that aren't feeling connected are unhappy and they don't know why, and it's usually because you're not connecting with people around you for whatever reason. That's not necessarily your fault or anything. It's just a lot of people don't know how to talk to each other.
That's
Really.
exactly correct.
So-
Don't know how to listen.
That's what we're being taught here at Hollywood in Mind.
We're changing that.
Totally.
Relationship intelligence.
You said that-
on the way.
You said that you were like when you were in rehab, you were like the person who was like, guys, this is so fun. Like, let's do it. And Is there like, because you mentioned like making it fun, is there like a story you have of like somebody who was there who like wasn't so much having a good time or into it, but then kind of like came through it and changed towards the end?
Yeah, well, one of my favorite memories in rehab was actually Thanksgiving. And it was, Thanksgiving Day, which I'm a little bit jaded when it comes to holidays. I've kind of spent holidays on my own or spent birthdays on my own often since I was little. So I'm like, who cares if you're not with your family, but a lot of it was a little, depressing being at a rehab. But I just wanted to make sure that everyone had a good day, and I thought that we were gonna all sit together, because normally we don't really sit together and eat. We kind of just eat whenever. It's kind of one of those things. But they had a Thanksgiving dinner all prepared for us to go and get it whenever we wanted. And I was thinking we were all gonna sit together. And everyone was going in and getting their food and going upstairs, like when it came down to everyone eating. And I was like, wait, no, we are not all eating separately on Thanksgiving, you know? We are all going to eat together. They served us food. There is a table downstairs where we can all eat together. And I got the staff, all the nurses, all the like anybody that was out there trying to just eat by themselves. I was like, no, come on in. And I played Frank Sinatra on my phone, on my iPhone, and just set it on the table. And we all had Thanksgiving dinner, and people were talking and laughing and stuff. And I just thought it was really nice, you know, because I got people together, and they all thanked me for that afterwards, which was really nice.
That's awesome, Annie Winters.
That's such a good story.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a good way to wrap this, because I think the theme is, let's do this together.
Yeah.
You know, we now have a growing community of leaders and creators and supporters that can do this together. So let's do this together, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Together.